Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. I'm going to be reviewing this very great knife, the Porcupine. Spoiler alert, I absolutely love it from Vosteed. I believe it costs $60. Link or price correction up there if I'm wrong. Um, Great knife. I just did a disassembly of this as well, and I was really impressed with everything that I found inside. Should be a link to that video as well. First, I'm going to ask you to click that like button, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Really helps the channel. And excuse me for the little bit of green paint on my fingers. It's actually stained, so very hard to get off. I was working on a project. So, button lock, right? No, it's actually a compression lock. So the compression lock, Spyderco obviously is very famous for their compression lock. And if you don't know, if you've been living on a rock, Spyderco, these top kind of compression locks act as a liner lock, but instead of being on the bottom or inside of the blade right down here, it's at the top, very substantially strong, and it's just a great method. Now, of course, this compression lock here doesn't have a button. This is a paramilitary 2, and so you can see that this is the Porcupine is just a smidge smaller than that, right? And then, so another guy, OCD for EDC, makes these CMEs, compression made easy buttons here. This isn't the best color choice or whatever. This is on a, what is this, a Shaman. You'll see that it's basically a little extension here that turns it into a button, and that makes it even more user-friendly in a way. But Vosteed is basically built in a button. And if you want to take a look again at my video that I took apart, when I took this apart, they're basically building in a button into it, and it works really nicely, like just substantially. It's got the action and the playfulness of a good button lock, but it has the strength and durability of a liner lock, which I really, really appreciate. All T8 all the way around, really easy to take apart. The ergos on this are great. Very nice natural choke up point here with this nice big choil. And the action on it, also phenomenal. The ergos also have a ton of different jimping for a ton of different cut, all very nicely rounded over. But this jimping made into it's a sandwich construction, but the liners, which are also milled out for weight purposes, have the different sizes of jimping. And even on the blade up here, you'll see it has some jimping close to the edge for this. Now, this is a rounded, very, very rounded blade, almost a leaf shape. So it's going to be good for slashing cuts. And it's also going to be good for puncture cuts. Utility type cuts, zip ties and stuff like that probably can still do it, but it's not going to be the greatest knife for that. I wore this for the last month, or since the video came out for my unboxing. Maybe it was even longer, like 6 weeks, 2 months. And I got to tell you, this was in my pocket all the time, and not just because I need to review it, but because it's a banger of a knife. Spoiler alert. The access to this hole is great. I don't have a problem with it. There is a little bit cut off over here, which doesn't quite make sense to me when there's so much more access over here, and everyone's going to reverse flick it if they can. But the geometry between the hole and the pivot make it so that I've never misfired this knife with the reverse flick. With my thumb, I have accidentally missed a couple of times, but even that, absolutely great access to it. Very, very impressed with this knife. Wire clip, phenomenal, very strong. Like it a lot. I like this more than a bent clip. I'd rather have a wire clip than some kind of bent clip like CGRB has. If you're going to have a lanyard tube, and this is a great way of doing it. Just have a nice little amount of brass on there. I actually like that. And then this micarta feels really nice, like really substantially nice in the hand. I really, really like it. What's the steel on this? 14C28N can take a very steep angle because of its fine granular structure, and it was designed for razors originally. You can actually get, like 16, 14 degree edge on this. Now, I've just kept it at a factory, but I've used a stone to sharpen it once or twice. I love 14C. I think it's the best knife steel you can get for under $100, and I think that's saying a lot. It's the best budget knife steel, like under $80. Sometimes you can, I've seen lately some pretty nice knife steels like 154 and other stuff, which is less than $100, and S30V, which is just crazy. But 14C28N still holds a very I just love it, along with AEBL, which is basically the same thing, or Nitro V, which is also kind of basically the same thing. I just love that family of steels. Yeah, just awesome. Speaking of knives that I also love, the Porcupine or the Raccoon, which has the compression lock on here. Great G10. Again, all this is the all blacked out version. Um, you know, both of these knives are about they share similarities. So they're both from Vosteed. This has a thumb and stud instead of the hole. I like both of these knives. Honestly, I kind of like this version more just because of the nice way that they've machined out the pivot and the button and the hole and the way that it flicks open is just so nice. Whereas this guy, you can absolutely use the thumb stud to reverse flick, but it's definitely much more of a thumb flicking knife. To me, the ergos on this are good, but then again, it's got that bent clip and not the wire clip. So in a way, I think that the Porcupine is actually a better knife. I know, them the Raccoon. I hope that's not controversial. I never gave you the official measurement sizes, although I did compare it to the Spyderco, but 3 inches blade, 7 1/4 overall. Was it 7 1/4? No, yeah, 7 1/8 overall. A 7-inch knife is the smallest knife that I will ever carry. And if it didn't have this forward choke point, it would be too small. But because it has that forward choke point, it is absolutely perfect. And like I said, I really do like the Jim Beam on here. So overall, I think it's a banger. I think it's a great knife. Definitely going to be in my knives of the year for 2025 video. I really like it. Highly recommend it. Get your one today. I'll probably give one of these away to one of my Patreon supporters because I like giving knives away that are awesome. And if you would like to become a Patreon member, all you gotta do is follow the link down below. For $3 a month, you could be entered to win a knife of the month. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. It really helps the channel. And I will see you guys next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now. Do, 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 do. How do I want to take this picture? Like this? Maybe like that? Okay, maybe like that.